Hello, traders. So I quickly run through the news data. It's really not much going on with Yellen's. She's actually giving a town hall speech in Washington. Not really too important, but people might ask questions. She might give unsurprised comments. So I'll tune in with the news feed. But as for now, it's really nothing scheduled basically. So let's continue our analysis. So first thing first, let's take a look at my daily trade. So yesterday I took Newsy Swiss on this big shadow, a engulfing candle, and basically it had worked out well. It actually continued to edge higher. Now, there's no surprise because today's view, of course, US dollar still suffer with from this press conference, still a very weak currency, and that helped Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar both. But a little bit risk is that we are in this risk of sentiment. As you see, the equity market are all down today. That's going to help Swiss franc and Japanese yen, and that's why although it went up, but if we continue to have a bearish equity market, that's going to really help the Swiss franc and going to hurt this trade. So as for now, current available information we have, I'm still holding this trade. I'm not doing anything for now, but once things change, I will either tighten the stop loss or get out if things change. And also tomorrow is Friday. Now, anyways, you know that I really hate holding trade over the weekend. But nevertheless, I don't want to just get out for the sake of get out. Always holding it. So unless anything comes up, but otherwise it's been working out. So we hopefully it will keep going higher. Another trade is I actually end up took all three trades and divided my risk percentage. Another trade is Euro Newsy. Now, similar story, a big shadow, bearish engulfing, went down today, but it's really not too strong. It's a small candle, but the story fundamentally, of course, is still, the US dollar weakness still benefit New Zealand dollar, but also it also benefit Euro. So that's why you don't really see too much effect because a dollar weakness benefit everybody basically. Once the US dollar regains strength, it's really going to hurt all other currencies. Now the question is whether it's going to hurt New Zealand more or Euro. So that's really the question mark. We don't know. Fundamentally, of course, New Zealand dollar is stronger than Euro, but we don't know whether once the US dollar regains strength, whether people are going to sell Kiwi or they're going to sell Euro. And that's really our risk in this trade. So as for now, it should keep going down. But once, again, US dollar regains strength, that's going to give us a question mark to whether Kiwi is going to hold on more or it's Euro. Now, we're holding it because fundamentally, Kiwi New Zealand dollar is stronger than Euro. Another thing, of course, is the risk of sentiment. Equity market going down, this kind of thing is helping the Euro as well because Euro, funny enough, has become a sort of like a safe haven currency. Back then it was Japanese yen, Swiss franc, and US dollar. But Euro somehow from last year or 2015 has become a safe haven currency. And the reason is because there wasn't really movement from ECB, so Eurozone has become. But I don't think they are still a safe haven currency for this year because Eurozone is simply too unstable, politically speaking, geopolitically speaking, for 2017. So no way they are still the safe haven currency. That's my view. So I don't think they are safe haven currency anymore for 2017. But hopefully that's going to help our trade. Now, last trade is this Pound Newsy. Again, very similar picture. Bearish engulfing, bearish big shadow. It went up, it went down, but of course you can see this candle is larger than the previous one. That's a very good sign, right? Continue going down. The reason is because British pound actually the only currency that had a new negative information today. As mentioned, it's from Prime Minister May saying that she is going to give a speech next week about her plan for Brexit. And traders on the market view it as a negative news because they expect she they expect her to give out a hard break exit talk. So of course that's helping our trade. And if all things are equal, we will expect pound to continue to weak. Next week, of course, you will have the GDT price. That's going to be a risk event for New Zealand dollar. So we're hoping to really set everything to break even before that time. And of course, we don't want to hold British pound over Prime Minister May's speech, because the speech can be very negative, but it can be also positive. That the truth is nobody knows. So that's pretty much it for my 3 trades. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just still holding it and really let it play out. Of course, the risk is the US dollar strength and also the financial market. If the equity market continue to be weak, then that's going to sort of not benefit us. If equity market can pick up tomorrow, that will be benefit for us. So we'll see what happens. And let's take a look at our 28 currencies. So first thing first, Euro Pound. Now Euro Pound, you see, you actually picked up. As I mentioned yesterday, that's what I thought could happen. Again, technically it's really good you have this bearish kangaroo tail, but fundamentally it just doesn't work out. Pound is much weaker than euro dollar, so that's what happened today. You have this kind of bullish engulfing candle. Now, whether I'm gonna take it, no, not really, because again, technically it doesn't have any space, so that's why I don't like it. But fundamentally, they both are quite weak currencies. But euro does have better strength than pound, that's for sure. But it's just not something I want to take at this signal or at this fundamental analysis. Euro Swiss, you don't really have anything today. It's sort of like another doji happening here. So again, you do have this kangaroo tail yesterday, but as mentioned, it's not fundamentally a good pair for me to buy or sell. Euro dollar continue edging higher, but this is a worry sign. You see, you try to touched 107 and failed to do that, actually give you a sort of bearish kangaroo tail. I'm actually, looking at this, I'm actually considered to sell it. Now looking at it, I'm not sure if this is a really correct signal, but I'm actually considered to sell. As mentioned, I'm looking to buy at US dollar deep, and this is actually a good signal to sell. I will do further analysis, of course, later on, but just looking at it, this is actually a very good zone to sell it. Let's keep going. Euro Aussie continue to edge lower. As mentioned, Australian dollar is the strongest currency. Euro CAD, surprisingly, I thought it will edge more, but it did not. So Canadian dollar should benefit from the oil market, but we'll see what happened. This was a kangaroo tail bullish signal. It does not really work out. We'll see what happened, because it's definitely, I'm not going to buy. I don't think euro is stronger than CAD, and that's why, if it doesn't work fundamentally, I'm most likely disregard a technical signal. Euro New Zealand continue to edge lower. It's really similar picture than as Euro Aussie. Euro Yen again continue to edge lower. And no surprise, because Japanese yen is going up today due to the safe haven flow, due to the risk of sentiment. Pound Swiss, a red bearish kangaroo tail. A red big shadow, bearish engulfing. Not something for us to sell, because I don't like to sell pound versus Swiss, as they both are weak. US dollar is actually not bad. Again, cable give us this bearish signal. This actually will be good for me to sell. So I'm actually looking to really setting, euro dollar, pound dollar. But I can only pick one, because I have to separate my trade in both. It all looks pretty nice. I will do more analysis later on, but as for now, that's all very good. Pound Aussie continue to edge lower. Pound CAD continue to edge lower. and pound New Z, as I mentioned, keep going down, and pound yen is continue. Actually, this is a new bearish engulfing candle, so it is good, but Japanese yen is also weak. So what I'll do is, really, there's few things you can do. I don't like to get into this in the daily chart because it just doesn't work fundamentally. If I want to do that, I could have do in this candle, right? So I don't like to sell Japanese yen because I don't find one or another to be particularly strong. That's why you do have this edge lower because of the sentiment. So in things like this, I often go to an intraday trade. So maybe I look at this signal in daily and just in my back of my mind, knowing that British pound is weaker right now. So if the equity market in the Asian session or London session continue to be weak, then you can sell pound yen in an intraday perspective. But I don't like to do it in a daily chart. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, again, this is not a pair I generally play in the daily chart as well. Dollar Swiss continue to edge lower. Dollar CAD again continue to go lower. But look at this signal. It actually went down to 103025 and go up. This is a very bullish signal. It actually touched all this area of space, right? So also, US dollar is still weak. It just gives you a sort of a hint that, as mentioned, fundamentally, US dollar is strong. So all this selling really comes from Donald Trump's speech. So it just gives you a hint that it might reverse very, very soon. So if I want to buy dollar, I try not to buy versus CAD because the oil market, as mentioned, is very strong right now. And Canadian dollar is also strong. So I rather choose, euro dollar, cable, or dollar yen. See if we have anything dollar yen. We don't have a signal in dollar yen, but dollar yen is still something I'm really looking forward to buy, especially you are at this support zone right now. As you see, all the candlesticks are like conjunctive together right here, right? Everything stuck together. The euro like 11250 and 114, 115. This is a support zone, so this is a good area to buy dollar yen if you have any signal. We don't have any signal, so right now again only euro dollar, cable, a good one, and dollar CAD. But I don't like to buy dollar CAD because I'm bullish in a Canadian dollar. Aussie Swiss continue to edge higher, and Aussie dollar it's also continue to edge higher. So as mentioned yesterday, I made a small mistake in the intraday trade, and really kicked myself because Australian dollar continue to go higher. So that's really you want to try to eliminate your human error as much as possible when you come to trading. There is so much uncertainty in the financial market, so really you want to control whatever you can control, that is yourself. So the more you can do that, the better you will be in this game. Aussie New Z actually edged lower a little bit today, which is good for New Zealand dollar. Also, it's good for us, right? So maybe the strongest currency today is New Zealand dollar. Or maybe it's just New Zealand dollar is stronger than Australian dollar. But as for now, I don't have any signal, so I'm staying aside. I don't really have any fundamental reason to short one and another as well because they both are in the same category of commodity pairs. Aussie yen is giving us this sort of a nice kangaroo tail, a nice hammer. But I just don't like the position because it doesn't have any space, right? For me, it's more like a sideways movement, so I'm not looking to buy it. CAD Swiss, same thing, a dodgy CAD yen. CAD yen is actually not bad to give us this kangaroo tail. So CAD yen is something I'm looking at right now. New Zealand Swiss continue to edge higher. New Zealand dollar continue to, oh wow, that's a huge strength actually. Look at this. It's actually went up more than anything else. Wow, it's gap up and keep going higher. So it's very good strength for New Zealand dollar. New Zealand CAD, again, very strong. It's very strong buying in New Zealand dollar, and hopefully it will keep going to help us. So I was saying that euro dollar and cable is something I'm looking, but I remember what's happening tomorrow is that we will have the job data tomorrow. Sorry, the retail data. Let me give you out. So yes, tomorrow, really bright. Sorry, tomorrow we will have a core retail and retail PPI and PPI. Now it really comes to your own risk appetite, because yes, it is a risk event. This might drive the market, but a single data, even if a miss, first of all, look at expectation. It's a positive expectation for core retail. It's a positive expectation for retail. It's a slightly negative expectation for PPI, also a slightly negative expectation for PPI. So really, yes, this will affect US dollar, but it's not a major event, to be honest, because if you look at data, you have to look at consecutive data. So because US dollar, all the employment data, GDP, inflation has been quite well. So for me, I might willing to take the risk to trade through this event just because this is not a major event like NFP. But of course, that's really the risk you have to bear in mind, because this, if the data come out as a very negative surprise, that's really going to hurt your position. So that's just something you have to decide on your own. For me, I do want to trade it just because I think US dollar has been sold largely because of the negative sentiment, and fundamentally I really don't have any reason to sell it. So this might be a good position to sell euro dollar or sell cable or even buy dollar CAD, but I try to avoid buying, selling Canadian dollar. Another thing I have is CAD yen, as mentioned, might be a good one to long CAD yen because of the strength of the oil market. And the only risk is that if tomorrow the equity market continue to go down, that's going to hurt Canadian dollar, and that's going to help Japanese yen. So that's it, really, the things I'm looking at right now. So current position is still, we have 3 New Zealand dollar position: Pound New Zealand, New Zealand Swiss, and Euro New Zealand. And I'm looking to short euro dollar, looking to short cable, also looking to buy CAD yen. But it's really, kind of go against my rule, just because I'm already in Euro New Zealand short and Pound New Zealand. So I really don't want to take, I don't want to expose my position. Basically, if I took euro dollar short, I will essentially have, more exposure in euro or British pound. But I will calculate that. I might take it, which is adjust my risk percentage. Nevertheless, analysis from the analysis perspective, euro dollar cable, dollar CAD is looking to go up. So basically, looking to buy US dollar. CAD yen is looking to go up as well. So that's it, guys. I don't have anything else. We could look at the dollar hourly chart to see what happened, but really don't have any risk events to do that. So today you see euro dollar continue to edge higher from yesterday's Asian session all the way to London, but start to pull back during the New York session. Same thing as pound has cable, also same thing as basically as everything else besides Aussie and New Zealand. So let's take like dollar yen. So since start pulling back a little bit, that really shows that maybe people are start buying US dollar back. Again, US dollar has very strong fundamentals. So really the setting was due to the sentiment from the press conference of Donald Trump. So really everything might start going back to normal again. So that's it for now, for today. Tomorrow you can trade the risk events, but only if there's a surprise if you want to buy US dollar, then you have to look over that risk events to see whether it's comfortable enough for you to trade through that. I will do my own analysis and to see if I want to reach that. That's it, guys. If you have any question, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with the Friday wrap up for another daily analysis. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.